how much, let's get ready with me. If anything, people always, and I know it's ridiculous. And I know. And usually this is when I do get mad. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jane and I make videos about my life here in South Korea. Excuse my voice. It has been a hot minute since I made a video. I think I attempted to record what I did in a day. I have to look at that, but that may or may not go up. We will decide. Originally, I thought I was going to do more in the last month and a half when school started, but I underestimated how much teaching a full course was going to take out of me, especially since they increased how many classes I teach. So I do get overtime for teaching more than 22 hours. I do 25 a week, and it's exhausting. So yeah, we're just a little tired. Yesterday was one of my longest days. I thought we would do a get ready with me because I haven't done one of those for a while, and I'm excited because I have finished grad school. That's right, I have finished all my grad studies. It is done. My last assignment has been sent in. I no longer have that weight on my shoulders, so that excites me so much. And that just means I have removed time that would have been devoted to my schoolwork to other things, like getting back to making videos on YouTube, because I miss this. I miss doing this. This was fun for me, especially during the whole COVID situation that we had the last 2 years. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. Let's get ready with me. So, but I've already done 3 steps of my morning skincare. So first up, I use this Medi Peel Extra Super 9 Plus. It is a blackhead care solution, so it just kind of helps with like a lot of the blackheads right here that I have, which in the last couple of years has diminished since having a very decent skincare and then being able to get those skincare products that are very good without having to break my bank. So plus side to living in South Korea. Usually I would go in with my CNP, but it's so popular now. It is so popular now that every time I go onto Olive Young, it's sold out. I'm like, it's sold out. I even made an Olive Young order this week, a gift to myself, so look forward to a unboxing for that. But I am now using this Vita C Plus Ascorbic Acid Spot Correcting and Firming Ampoule, and it's good. I like it. It's a bigger bottle than I'm used to. I'm really hoping it helps with this spot I have right here. This is from wearing my glasses, and basically what happened was during summer vacation I was wearing only my glasses. I didn't put any contacts on. I wanted to give my eyes a break, and 2, I couldn't stream anything because of my internet at the time. It was fluctuating. I'm really hoping that it helps, because this was just, I don't know why it did that on one side and not on the other side, because it was just rubbing. I guess the glasses was just rubbing here, and then it peeled, and so now I have a scar from where my glasses sat. Next up, I went in with my typical Dr. G Brightening Up Sunblock. If anything, people always put on sunblock. That is the sound device that I was given, so sunblock. So we are gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty True Matte Pro Filter, and if you hear things in the background, that's Tag, because he's one of the few channels that I like watching or listening to in the morning. His voice is very soothing. Let's just admit that his voice is very soothing, even though there occasionally he screams, and even that's enjoyable. So Anyways, I may or may not talk for the rest of the video, but I will show you all the products I am using. So I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna do my brows because brows basically make my face. Okay, that looks good. So as usual, it is the Precisely My Brow pencil in 6. Only can get this in Sephora. I'm very annoyed with Olive Young. I don't understand why they don't go for a darker shade, but they don't. So yeah. And then we have the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. This is my go-to. And of course, going along with the Fenty Beauty products, I have the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop blurring skin tint in, what is this one? This one is 16. I was very lucky that this one is the shade that I need because I was very like, there was a lot of shades that they had offer. Usually I would use a sponge, and I had a sponge, but it was getting really old and dirty. Like I said, I made an order off of Olive Young, so I had new sponges, but I was going to use the sponge I had until that got delivered, but I can't find it now. I'm like, I literally don't know where the F I put it. Like, yeah. So we're going to use my Fenty foundation brush. So it's 115. So speaking of things that you order online and stuff like that, after 3 years, I'm reaching the end of my 4th year. So after 3.5 years, I finally was able to, this is fucking ridiculous, finally hook my bank account in Korea to my Neighbor account. So now I can use Neighbor Pay. And I know it's ridiculous that it took me this long, but like I think I tried it once and I either failed at something in hooking up my accounts together so I can use electronic payment, and I just gave up. I literally just gave up. And then finally, I think during the end of summer, no, the end of spring, beginning of summer, I decided to sit down and try it again, and I got it all hooked up. So just went in with this. This is the Halika My Fave eyeshadow palette in Hazel. So I kind of combine this and this because it's, if I combine the two, they're a little bit of a darker shade, and that's kind of what I want around my eyes. So that's that. And then I'm gonna go in with the Tartelette, and this is the ones that, can I do that? Yeah, so I usually go through like one of these darker shades. So usually I combine this one with this one, which I think are Smoke Show and Leader. So that's what I've been combining recently, is these two. And then usually I might go with this in the middle, or I might go with this one in the middle, and then I usually go that in my inner eye area, like right here. So and I think this time I'm gonna go into with Sweetheart and put it mostly on my lid. I don't really do much. Okay. Hold on. Okay, got my phone. Need to do things even after what has it been, a year and a half, I still have to do this thing. So I know it's a precautionary thing, and a lot of my friends are very annoyed by that, but like it takes like less than 5 minutes to do. So it's annoying, but it's necessary. It's one of those necessary rooms. Okay, so now we go in with Firecracker. Sometimes I use Funny Girl, but I like Firecracker because it's a lot darker. Shiny but darker. That's what I want to say. Shiny but darker. My other two co-teachers who help me with first years and third years, they always talk to me and they're always like, Jane, you look very tired. And I'm like, I know. And usually this is after several hours of teaching third years. I love my third year kids. Well, I love most of my third year kids. Most of my third year classes are really great. But there are some that really just test the limits of how much Jane teacher is going to put up with. And last Monday, one of my third years decided that they weren't going to listen to most of the first part of the lesson. And at this point, I was already really annoyed because it was, I mean, it was a 4-class day. They were my last class of the day, and I still had to finish one of my assignments, and I was trying to like work in between teaching to get it completed. And so usually we have to start out with the audio and they answer questions because that's the listening part of our lesson before we do the speaking part. So they have to listen to these conversations and then answer questions about it. Now, a lot of students think they can just keep talking while the audio is playing. At this point, I was already annoyed because there were three to four groups having small conversations while the audio was playing. So I played it first time. They were talking. They stopped when the audio stopped, but then when I played the second time, because I usually give the first time so they can hear it the first time and have some kind of understanding of what's the question, what might be the answer, and then the second time is kind of like a way to reconfirm that you have the right answer. That's the logic of when you're learning a language. Is listen to first time, try to answer it, listen the second time, confirm what you are answering, and then the teacher will tell you yes or no, kind of situation. Second time, they got louder in their conversations, these 3 to 4 groups. So I was walking, and at this time my co-teacher wasn't there yet, so I usually have to manage the class until she shows up, and then she helps me out, which is very good because I can't usually yell at them in Korean. And here's the thing, I don't get very mad. I don't get mad often. But when I do get mad and when I do get angry, I don't yell. I actually get quiet. And this is a thing that I learned from my dad. So this is something that I have learned since I was a kid. So I don't get angry loud. I get angry quiet. So what happened was they were talking and I stopped and I stood in kind of the back of the classroom. I stood in one of the aisles and I had a set of girls over here who always listen to class and they were like quiet, and a set of girls over here set of girls and boys over here who also listen quiet. So the 4 groups were right in front. So right in front of where I usually stand, right in front of the middle of the class, and then on the 2 sides, in the side of the class. So there's the 4 groups. So I'm standing here and I'm quiet and I'm looking at least at the 2 groups that are in front of me, and they're continually talking. And I'll just let the audio go, and the audio stops, and I don't say anything, because usually when the audio stops, I then start asking questions from the textbook to help them answer the textbook questions, and then some additional ones. But I just don't do anything. At this point, I'm really pissed off. So I'm standing there letting them talk. And this goes on for about 2 minutes until the groups over here notice that I am not talking. I am nowhere in the front of the classroom. And they look over to the side and they see me standing there looking at them. So the 2 other groups, so they're both boy groups who are still talking. They continue talking for about another minute, and then this group slowly notices that nobody's talking. There's no audio. It's just them. And they notice that I'm not standing in the front of the classroom. And they stop talking, and I can see them kind of turn their head, and I can see them like notice that I am not happy. I have the, what my niece calls the look, and like if you have a mask, the look is more intense apparently. So they stop talking, and we're waiting basically for these last 2 boys to stop. So we're basically waiting for these last 2 boys to stop, and they finally notice that the classroom has gotten very, very silent. It took about 5 minutes. So at this point, it's maybe 10 to 15 minutes into class, maybe 10, and it's silent. And they turn around, and because at this point I'm staring at the 2 of them from the back of the classroom, and I'm not saying a word. And they are silent. As soon as they notice and they turn around and look at me, everybody's silent. And I don't say anything. I just kind of stare at the student. And then I proceed to slowly walk to the front of the classroom, staring at all the students, looking at them. So I walk up one aisle, turn around and look at them, and I walk to the side, staring at them. And I walk up the other aisle, looking at the other 2 groups. And I stop in the back of the room, turn around, I'm like, can I continue teaching class? In like the most monotone possible. I'm pretty sure only like half of them understood what was going on at this point, or at least understood that I was angry at this point, and my words are not great. And so it was still silent. And I walk up. So I walk back up the aisle, go to the middle of the classroom and stand in the front and go, do you want to be prepared for your exams? Do you want to learn anything today? And I'm just like, I'm very angry at this point. It's silent. And then I continue to walk back up and I go, I see some people who paid attention to the audio, and then and at this point I have walked already around the other side and I'm looking at the 2 groups on this side, but I see some who did not. If they were not aware that change teacher was already pissed off, oh my god, they were aware now. Okay, this is the Fenty, I forget what this is called, Fenty Full Frontal Cause I'm Black mascara. It's mini because this was a gift from my sister, and I had forgotten that I had put it in my toiletry bag, and I was cleaning in there the other day, and I went, oh my god, I haven't gone anywhere since spring. I really should use those products before they expire. So yeah, I think did I say anything about my eyeliner? This is also Fenty. It's a Fenty kind of day. I'm sorry, but out of all the products that tend to match with my skin, Fenty's the only one that caters it. So Fenty's eyeliner, what is this? Fly liner in Cause I'm Black, and then a mascara. Again, these were gifts that my sister sent me. It came with like a lipstick, but I don't usually don't usually use those lipsticks because they're a little bright. Anyway, now that story time and makeup is done, I need to do my hair, and I will probably come back and show you the full outfits. Also, my nails, I did them last night. So I did them last night because I was bored and I wanted to do them. And I forget that when I do my own nails, it takes a hella lot longer than I remember. So yeah, it was literally an hour and a half. I didn't go to bed till like midnight. Nope, past midnight, because I finished at 12:30. So past midnight is when I went to bed. The fact that I'm awake now says a lot about how much I feel since finishing grad school. Let me figure out what I'm gonna wear, and then I will come back and show you full look, if we may. Hello, I meant to come on and show you this full look of my everyday makeup, especially since I was supposed to be doing a get ready with me, but I had difficulties deciding what was my outfit, and I was running late this morning. So yeah, it is now the afternoon. It's 4:50. I need to heat up my leftover tteokbokki because I am hungry, and that was what I had yesterday. But this is my everyday look. It pretty much stays on. A little bit kind of comes off underneath my eyes after a full day, especially on a 6th class period day. But overall, this is what it is. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, would you hit the subscribe button? I would be ever so grateful. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, evening, or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Every time I'm going